Podcast. I am your host, Antoinette, and I hope you guys are having an amazing day. The day is not over where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like, where you guys are at in the world, but where I'm at, it's just like, we still are in the afternoon, right? If you guys are still going on throughout the going on with your day. I hope you guys have an amazing day or had an amazing day. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so beautiful. I had went outside and I went to the store and I'm like, "Oh my goodness, it's like it's not super hot, but it's hot." But it's just a nice breeze that's coming through, right? I love these summer days. Like it's nothing like the summertime. It's nothing like the summertime. I absolutely love the summertime, right? But my favorite season is the fall. If you guys don't know, now you know. But my day has been filled with, I don't know, like just it's been a good day. It's been a good day. It has. I'm grateful, right? Sometimes I say like, "Oh, I'm grateful," when I'm like, I'm no. Why am I stuttering? Oh Lord, have mercy. This is the live for you. Like I can't even edit that part out. Like, hello, right? Um, but I feel absolutely grateful about life. You know what I'm saying? I feel grateful for everything. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful to have a roof over my head, like have my, a place where I could call my own, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, and, being able to kind of like support yourself. And I'm being grateful as well for the opportunity, not even the opportunity, but to be able to just learn and grow and to understand that we're not perfect. Some people feel like, oh, everything has to be perfect. Everything has to fall in line. But sometimes we have experiences that are not so kind, or we make, bad choices, and it's just like, oh my goodness, like what the hell did I do? And it's like, sometimes you make bad choices, right? Hello to everyone that entered the chat. Hello. Sometimes you could kind of like make bad choices, and you deal with it within that moment or time. And sometimes the choices and stuff that you made could have been horrible, and it could last years to come. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you are dealing with the result of the choice that you made, and the result may not be good. The result may be horrible. Like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just like, oh man, why did I do that? Possibly, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But anywho, right, today's show, what I want to talk about is feeling unsure, right? Sometimes the choices and stuff that we make can have an impact on our lives. Like I said, like it can impact you. Like some people be in the moment, they be in their emotions, and they make choices and decisions based off their emotions and how they feel and stuff like that. And sometimes people make decisions and choices based off of like being vengeful. Like they trying to get revenge on somebody. Like they trying to get at somebody. Like, so they make choices based off of that. You feel what I'm saying? And sometimes, other people, we make choices based off of the things that we want in our lives. Right? And it doesn't have to be negative, right? It could just be, you setting a goal and you kind of like following through with it, right? But the thing about feeling unsure is that you don't really believe in yourself. You don't have any confidence. You feel like you don't deserve it, but somebody else deserves it. Or you could be having that experience, but you feel like, oh, okay, I'm not worthy of having this experience. Like, you just feel like you're not good enough you're not good enough. Like, you could feel like you're not good enough, and so therefore you're not showing up how you should show up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like you're just not feeling confident. You're not feeling sure. You're not feeling like this is something that's going to work out for you, right? Even with starting over, getting on a path that you have never been on, right? Sometimes you could be sure of yourself, be certain that things are going to work out regardless, be confident, and say to yourself like, okay, this is a new path that I'm on, but everything is going to work out for me. Like, I don't doubt it whatsoever. Like, I don't doubt what's going to happen, right? But then other people, they just feel unsure, right? They feel unsure about the choices and the decisions that they make, the goals that they set out, even the path that they get on. They feel unsure about it. You know what I'm saying? They feeling unsure, right? Like, we all have been in a place. I know I have been in a place where I didn't feel like confident as I should, like, or how confident that I am now. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel confident. This was a long time ago, many years ago. You know what I'm saying? But I understand how it feels to not feel confident, for whatever reason, right? So you're not feeling confident, so you basically are not making any kind of motion or nothing in your life. Or you feel like, oh, someone else deserves it and you don't deserve it. Like, the result of the goal that you want for yourself, or the dream that you have for yourself, right? Because some of us have dreams and aspirations and goals and, different things like that. Some of us are working towards it actively, and some of us are still in the stage of really just contemplating and thinking and talking about what we want from our lives, but really is no action. You know what I'm saying? It's no action, nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just straight talk, right? But some people have talk and they have action. So it's like you're talking about it, but you're also having action. Like, you have an action plan, right? But for people who are not sure of themselves, their goals, their dreams, and things that they really want for themselves, the thing about that is they're not going to act on it. It's just going to be in a state where even if they act on it, they're going to come across as, I don't believe in myself. I don't think this is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Or feeling like something negative is going to happen. But really, it's like, I seen some people that be so successful, like they have like a successful like outcome. They have a successful outcome. Or another thing is that the idea is so great, like that whatever it is that they, hold on, I'm all over the place, I'm sorry. I'm like, I gotta say this is live, right? But you know what? I'm gonna like just, because I don't forgot what I was talking about. Damn, that's horrible. Yo, that's the thing about going live. It's like, yo, I just went through like my brain just said blink completely. Like, it just like went like, I don't know. Let me know in the chat if you guys have ever experienced that. You talking and then your mind just go bloop. Right? That's just what happened to me. Right? But getting to the topic, right? Feeling unsure of yourself, right? You don't believe in yourself, right? And when you don't believe in yourself, even if you are working towards a particular goal, in the back of your mind, you feel like, oh, this is not going to work out. This is, you know what I'm saying? Or some people feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it could be kind of like subconsciously, like you could feel like that consciously. You could feel like that based off of your actions. But even if you don't feel confident in yourself, you don't feel like, oh, this thing is going to work out, right? But if you set out a goal and you follow through with it regardless, right? If you just put yourself out there, right? You just never know. Things might really like work out. You know what I'm saying? Cuz it's just like even if it's like you can have like 80% doubt. Like you like, oh my goodness, this ain't gonna work out. Like 80% doubt. But that little 10% where you feel like, okay, I feel a little sure. I feel some type confidence. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this could work out, right? But with that action behind that, it could possibly like work out. You just never know. Like the whole thing is like, really like putting yourself out there and pushing yourself to like grow. Really. I would say that like putting yourself out there to kind of like grow and just experience life. Like not everything that we say that we want, we get. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes doors close because it's not for us. And some people will view a door closing or opportunity not working out as negative, but sometimes that could be a form of protection because it's like, yo, you're not ready for this, or there's something even greater for you. Because it's like, all right, on what you wanted for yourself, like, oh, I want this for myself, right? Like, let's say whatever goal it is, like you say, oh, I want this for myself, and you take steps towards that, even if you're not sure, even if you're feeling a little lack of confidence, but the action is there and you making steps towards that, that could open other doors to things that you never thought that you could possibly like, or that you could have some type of success to. So it's like, I feel like even it's a win-win situation, even if like you have like a little bit of sureness for yourself, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of like growth. You know what I'm saying? Like hold on for a second. First, hold on. Let me know if you guys are where you guys are from in the meantime. Hold on for a second. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, hello. I'm back. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Yes, hello, hello. I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I just like somebody was like banging on the door. I'm like, who is at my door? Like, what is going on? But anywho, right? Feeling sure of yourself. That's important. I feel like we should definitely feel sure of ourselves. And even if we feel unsure, paired with action, I feel like action is going to change the situation, change things. Like I said, Like, even if you have some type of action behind what it is that you want for yourself, right? You have some type of action, and other opportunities may arrive, even if that opportunity that you are actively working towards or want for yourself is not working out. You feel me? It opens other opportunities, right? But, right, if you are feeling unsure of anything that you are doing, want to do, have done, feeling unsure within yourself, like you don't have the confidence, you don't feel good, right? The number one thing is, right? I have to say it, right? Okay. You acknowledge that. You become aware, like, oh man, I don't feel confident about this thing, like, but it's something I really want for myself. Like, I really want this for me, but I don't feel confident in it, right? Just having that awareness, right? But within that awareness, you don't allow yourself to stop. Like, you don't allow yourself to, like, that'll be the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I don't feel good. I don't have confidence, and that's it. And right, you say to yourself like, oh, I don't have the confidence, but I'm gonna keep on. I'm gonna keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna find the confidence. I'm gonna be proactive. I'm gonna push myself. I'm going to believe in myself. I'm going to change my mindset that is kind of like hindering me, And so that's something that you have to do, right? You have to create a mindset that is kind of like going against the unsureness. You know what I'm saying? And even if you can't create a mindset that kind of is shifting, right? Because you're gonna eventually, like, you're gonna have that mindset where it's just shift, where you went from unsure to sure of yourself. You know what I'm saying, right? But even if you don't feel that way, right? But you want to feel that way, right? And that's where this thing come in, faking it until you make it. But really, it's really not faking it until you make it, but really acting as though you were sure of yourself. Same thing, really, right? You feel confident in yourself. Like, yeah, you feel your nerves. You feel all these different energies that is trying to pull you away from going to that very thing that scares you, right? Because action is key, right? Because it's like, even if you don't feel sure and you act like you sure and you act like this is going to work out and you are on the path to actively doing the thing that scares you, that makes you unsure, right? And you do it. Like I say, even if things don't work out, there's other opportunities and other doors that may open, or maybe it might work out. Maybe you be so successful. You just never know it. Like, unless you put yourself out there, right? Put yourself out there. Action is key. Action, right? And sometimes you may do something and you say to yourself, okay, well, this is not for me. This is not working out for me, But yeah, it's been not everybody always feels sure of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just be like, oh my God, I don't know about this. Or sometimes it may be like, oh, this is something new. Like, sometimes something new, change, scare people. You know what I'm saying? It's like you are forced to become something that you never was. Like, let's say if you was passive, you let anybody say anything or do anything, and you say to yourself like, no, I'm going to start standing up for myself, right? It's going to feel uncomfortable at first. It's just going to feel like uncomfortable, like, oh, okay, you're just going to feel like out of place. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's say if you've been passive, you let people say whatever they want to say to you, right? And there's a time and a place for that. Some people feel like, oh yeah, I gotta be strong, I gotta stand up. But sometimes it's good to keep quiet and walk away. Because sometimes people trying to put you in a position where they trying to take your liberty from you. They trying to destroy your life. Like, I don't really want to go into that aspect of how deep it get when somebody is a hater and they trying to destroy your life, and they trying to get you. They trying to get you to get out of character, right? And sometimes you have to be aware of your emotions, aware of your temper, aware of, you just have to be aware when somebody is trying to come for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you in a good mood, everything is good, and then and you ain't do nothing to anybody, and then they trying to get at you, trying to start stuff with you. I feel like the internet is like a prime example of that, because you have people that's just living their life, and there's people that's responding and reacting to people living their life. They living their life. They ain't bothering nobody. They creating a platform for themselves. They creating the topics and different things that people are reacting and talking about. You feel what I'm saying? Right? And it did, like, cause you know what I'm saying? Like, of course, everybody's not going to agree with the choices and different decisions you make. Hey, right? It's a healthy conversations or a react for that, right? But for somebody that just don't like you, they don't like you, and you posting videos about feeding animals and pets, and you know what I'm saying, helping the elderly, feeding the homeless, or making videos about you doing your hair, or just making videos about you just chilling, having fun on social media. You know what I'm saying? Like, just living your life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that looks like for you, right? But then there's always a hater that's lurking. Like, somebody that really want to destroy you. Like, it's crazy how the hate is inside people's blood and veins, and they just do things to kind of like bring people down and destroy them, make rumors, slanders. You know what I'm saying? And you just over here just living your life unapologetically. You're not bothering nobody. You're not harming nobody. You're not doing anything where it deserves a response like that. But and then the crazy thing about that is that haters, they like to recruit other people. They like to get people to hate you too, right? And it's like they talking stuff about you, but then the way they talking about you, the other person is kind of like interested, like, this person sounds interesting, right? And so they start looking at your videos and stuff like that, looking at the things that you post and all that stuff, and they become like, oh my goodness, I like this person, and they become a supporter, and they become like, a viewer, and they like your stuff, and they're like, oh, this person was bugging out, they tripping, they just a hater. I don't know, like, some people, they try to recruit people to hate you, right? Or hate in general, but then the person just end up loving or liking what you bring. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, yo, you a genuine person type, but like, you genuine, like, you positive, like, you in a good space, like, you feel me? And it's just like, sometimes people want to see you get out of character. They want to see you get out of character, right? They want to see your life upside down, right? And I feel like you got to, like, identify this stuff. You got to identify it. You know what I'm saying? You got to just see what it is and don't react to it and move on. Get out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, some people, like I said, some people try to antagonize you, try to come for you just so you can get a response and, act how, you know what I'm saying? Like, act crazy and catch a case. Like, I'm just saying. Let me drink hold on. Honestly, I think I need some more ice. My ice is like, yo, it's so small. Let me know. Shout out to all the people out there who love ice. I do love ice, right? Me, I be crunching and chewing on ice, right? But I'm like, yo, I don't want you guys to be hearing that crunching and sounds. But yo, I love me some ice, right? And I got like 3 ice cubes or maybe 4. And they melted kind of fast, because it's like, where I'm like recording this show, I don't have my AC on. So So the damn ice is melting fast, right? But it's nice outside. It's not like super hot, but it's hot, And I don't have my AC on because it's like the sound in the background, like. But I feel like sometimes it cancel the sound out in the background. But I don't want to take that chance because it's like you hear that, it's just like I don't know. But it's cool. But after you cut off the AC, it's like, oh, the air just kind of like go any kind of way and stuff like that. But yeah, for the most part, I feel like things are definitely getting better. It's getting so much better. Like life is really good, right? I'm telling you, life is good. I'm so grateful for everything. Like I have not always been in a place where I felt grateful, in a place where I felt sure about myself, in a place where I was confident, in a place where I was being proactive and having action in my life. You know what I'm saying? But those are things that you learn about yourself, right? And there's some people out there that'll tell you about yourself, that they will tell you about yourself. Like sometimes you don't even have to be in a space where you kind of like reflecting and stuff like that. Somebody, they gonna tell you about yourself, trust me. They gonna tell you about yourself, and they're gonna make a scene. And I just feel like even if somebody tell you about your the things that you could be working on, right, that's not always a hater. Like someone who observes something and they feel like, okay, yeah, you could be doing better. Like I feel like somebody who really care and love about you is going to tell you about yourself, even if you know what I'm saying, even if like you accept it or you don't accept it. Sometimes people on the outside looking in and be like, you could have handled that differently. Like, oh, maybe you should do something else, right? But it's always kind of like, it's your life, right? So it's like, yo, you could listen to someone or you don't have to listen to someone. And that's the reality of that. It's your life. I always put that out there, right? Because sometimes people feel like they don't have choices. They don't have the means to kind of like move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't feel like they have options, right? And so they end up being in a cycle where they keep making these decisions that are not that's not healthy for them. So they continue to like do that. And it's just like, we have choices. We have options. Like, let's say, for instance, tomorrow I'll wake up and I decide to create a whole nother schedule for myself. Like, let's say, for instance, I wake up tomorrow and I say, oh, I want to work out twice a day, right? I'm going to work out twice a day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start writing a book. I'm going to start donating all these clothes and shoes that I have. Like, you make those choices yourself. Like, oh, you wake up, like say for instance you in a relationship and you wake up tomorrow and you say, I don't want to be in this relationship no more, this is toxic. Or I don't want to be in this relationship no more because I want to explore I just want to leave the country. You know what I'm saying? Like, and those are things that as you grow, when you change and you learn yourself, sometimes those be the outcomes. Sometimes you sit back and you be like, you know what, I'm no longer want to live in California. I'm going to Georgia. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are decisions and different choices. Like, I no longer want to be in this relationship, this abusive relationship, right? And that's a choice, right? Because it's like sometimes even feeling unsure of yourself, sometimes you could choose to start feeling sure of yourself, right? And that and for that to happen, you have to start changing your mindset or change the things that you're telling yourself, or be proactive and have action in your life. You have to have just the most action in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just got to do the opposite of what you've been doing that makes you feel unsure, right? Because the quick answer to that is to say, oh, just start feeling sure about yourself, right? But then another question is, how do you start feeling sure about yourself? How do you start feeling sure about yourself? The number one thing that you could do to feel sure about yourself is be proactive. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta fake it until you make it. You gotta just start doing the things that you are not sure of. For real, like it's just that simple. Like you just gotta be proactive. Even if you get some type of backlash, or even if you feel whatever you feel, like you don't feel confident in the choice and stuff like that you made, but it's like, yo, you working towards it, you pushing yourself towards whatever it is, and you trying to counter the thought of feeling unsure. You know what I'm saying? And it's just being proactive, having action behind it. That's it. Point blank, period. Like, you gotta do the very opposite thing that is making you feel unsure, like, or just do it. Okay? What they said, like Nike, just do it. Just do it. That's it. Just do it. And another thing is, like, you could just start writing out. You could start writing out your feelings, and writing out the feelings that's associated to you not feeling sure of yourself. Like, what makes you not feel sure of yourself? What was the first time that you felt like, damn, I don't feel good enough, I don't feel like I could do this? Oh, well, maybe that person's right, maybe I'm not good enough. Like, you start to kind of like think about all the things that people have said about you, and then you made it your life, you made it your experience, right? Because it's like, well, maybe you have always been sure of yourself. Maybe you have always believed in yourself. Maybe you always have been positive, right? But you encounter a hater, someone who don't like themselves and they don't like other people. You know what I'm saying? Someone who's just like, they just grumpy. Like, there's some people that's just grumpy, and they just like, they don't care about themselves and they don't care about you. And they not only do they want to destroy their self-confidence or their aspirations and their dreams and stuff like that, they want to project that onto you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like so crazy for someone who has been positive and do so much good for themselves and for others, right? And they, in their mind, they just feel like everything is good. Like, yeah, everything's gonna work out. They pour into other people positivity and stuff like that, right? But it's like, oh, they encounter someone who's a hater, someone who's trying to get at them, someone who's saying, like, they talking and they not even thinking about the things that they saying or how it impacts anyone, right? Because it's like someone could say something to a person and they could hold on to that for like 50 years. Like, they could just hold on to it and it just rearrange their whole life. Like, you was motivated, you was positive, you was projecting yourself in a way in which you was succeeding, right? But then this person come on your path, and then now you're kind of like just going down a path of no return, like where you just kind of like destroyed everything in your life, or on the path to destroy it because of the seed that they planted into your mind, or they trying to make you feel unsure and get you off your path and get you off of your focus, right? And I know some people just feel like, oh yeah, this is a lot. Like, I don't think people is really like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right? And then another time, you could be like that to yourself. You could be in a verbally abusive relationship with yourself because of the things, your internal dialogue and the things you tell yourself, right? But then you ask yourself, where does this come from? Like, where does this come from? Like, I was feeling good, now I'm not feeling good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta kind of like really analyze it. Like sometimes it could just be coming from you. Like sometimes you could be the negative Nancy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you have to rearrange some things, right? But the key thing is that we have choices. We could pick and choose of how we want to be or how we want to react or how we want to respond. You know what I'm saying? You could choose all that. For real. Like even just one little, like one step in a different direction towards something other than what you experience is key. Right? It's key. You gotta believe in yourself. You just do because it's like not everybody gonna believe in you. Not like I was talking about this the other day, right? Not everybody gonna believe in you. Not everybody gonna see your vision. Not everybody is in your corner. Not everybody is rooting for you. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to believe in yourself. You don't have, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean that, oh, because what someone else feels should be how you feel. That doesn't constitute that. Like, no. Like, they feel how they feel. It's because they feel how they feel. And I'm going to feel how I feel. And I'm going to move how I move. Right? There's a lot of successful people that didn't listen to other people or listen to haters or, you know what I'm saying? They kept pushing themselves towards what it is that they want, regardless of how they was feeling about themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like sometimes it's like how you feel about yourself could just be a product of your surroundings. It could be, right? Because some people say the society. Well, how can I say this without really making some people biased or like making society feel like, oh my God. But listen, I'm from the era, right? We talking about the 90s. Let's go back like 30 plus years. You know what I'm saying? 30 years or whatever, right? I was in a society, right? We talking about the 90s, New York City, right? Boom. You're talking about the media is projecting skinny. Like skinny was like yo, I'm telling you, like everybody was super skinny. It was like it was no, like you didn't see nobody that was like well at first, right? Because I'm like, you know, things change and stuff like that. But I remember people taking diet pills. Like, yo, diet pills was like a big thing back in the days. Like everybody wanted to be skinny. Like people was doing things that was just like wasn't good for their body because they wanted to be skinny. And it's just like people made it seem like, oh yeah, skinny was better than being, you know, fat. And it was really no in between. It was like either you skinny or you fat, right? And they put it like, oh, attractive, unattractive, because they try to make it seem like, oh yeah, fat is just not attractive, right? But it's like they was portraying that in a society, in a TV, in the media, and different things that you see, right? And then it's just like you catching on, like, oh, okay, well, you just know these are things that people weren't outly talking about, like, but you just knew, right? But then it's just like, then you sit back and you say, like, how is my beauty and how I feel about myself is equivalent to what other people are saying, right? Because then that's when self-worth and how you feel about yourself come in. Because it's just like, oh yeah, this is what the media was portraying, but when you go into your communities, your community is saying something different, right? You know what I'm saying? Your neighbor upstairs, she's plus size and she got a husband and she got her kids and they got everything in order. Every time you see them, they look happy, right? You seeing people in relationships, and it's like you see, if you know what I'm saying, you seeing people that's like different sizes, like, or you seeing different things in the community versus what you really seeing in the media. It's just like, you know, you in your community, you see nothing but like, you know, plus size or back in the days we used to call it thick, right? That's what you know what I'm saying. You see you skinny people and stuff like you seeing skinny people, thick people, you know what I'm saying, in between, fat, obese. You seen all that. Like it was different representations of different, you know what I'm saying, different body frames and different people of personalities, different people of backgrounds, and you know what I'm saying, your community. But what was portrayed on TV was like everybody was skinny, and that was not the truth at all. Like I remember before I went to high school, like watching TV and watching all this stuff, I thought like, yo, it was like this big thing where everybody was in like the hallway and they had their locker, and you know what I'm saying, like before you go to the next class you got the opportunity to go to your locker. Honey, the high school I went to ain't have like the lockers the way the TV looked, but it's like you watching the TV and you think like, yo, this is how it represents life. And it's just like we're talking about the 90s, like back in the days, like things are different now, you know what I'm saying, because it's like you have more than just the media or the TV. You have like, you know, people on the internet, and there's different sites, right? And I know like there's like social media and like certain sites that represent social media, but I don't know what's really popping right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I like YouTube. Like, don't get it twisted. All right, I post on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I don't know, like this is on the podcast sites, like the Spotify, the stuff you could put your you know, your podcast and stuff on. Then I have my website, so I'm trying to like revamp my website and change everything like that. So it was like, I don't know my website impact anybody. Hopefully it does. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying it's just so much, right? And I just named a few, right? I'm not on TikTok, but TikTok is a thing. And there's other sites, you know what I'm saying, that I don't even know about, you know? And they saying MySpace is making a comeback, okay? I'm just saying, like, MySpace was like, yo, MySpace was the place. Like, before Facebook really became a thing, yo, MySpace was it. Like, yo, you could put your little music on there. I remember when I used to make music, I had my little MySpace page. I had like a photo shoot. I had my music playing. I really want to know, like, yo, is my page still up? But they saying he trying to make a comeback with the MySpace, but I feel like stuff like that represents an era. But I feel like there's millions of sites, but it's like, yo, we limited to only a few, or maybe there's a few just popular, right? Because it's just like when it was the MySpace era, Facebook was nowhere. First of all, how I found out about Facebook was in college, not even my college. I was going with a friend at the time. Like we took like about 10 buses to get to her damn school. Like, you know what I'm saying? We could have took one bus, but it was like, yo, we trying to save money. You young, you're broke, you're just trying to get by. Like it was just that type of energy, right? So she had us taking like 10 public buses to get to her damn school when we could have just took one bus. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like one little express thing near, but the express was expensive. Hello. But she the one who put me on to like Facebook and all that. So I didn't know about that. Like I was in college too, but I was not like in a dorm room type of college. I didn't have that type of experience where I was in a dorm room. It was just a community college. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm young. You know what I'm saying? I'm a single mom. I'm working a full-time job, and I'm trying to like better myself. And there's so many people out there that can identify with that. It's just like, yo, you going to school, you're working, and you taking care of your family, right? Because you still have to, like, you know what I'm saying, you be there and stuff like that, right? But that's how I found out about, you know, any social media. I feel like I found out through that friend, because it's just like they was away at college. I don't know what it is. I just found out because I was just like, I was still running the streets with the internet. Like I feel like it's just a lot of stories and different things like that. But I know there are more sites, you know what I'm saying, different things online and stuff like that, right? But anyway, I don't forgot what the point I was trying to make, but it's just like when I don't know what happened, but taking steps to becoming sure of yourself. Like, I just said all that stuff to just forget what I was talking about. Damn. Yo, I think I'm gonna get off of here, like, real talk. Cause I'm like, how I, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? Like, anybody in the chat, let me know what I was talking about so I could get back to it. But anywho, like, yeah, so I was talking about being unsure, like, really. Oh shit. Hold on. The thing just came out, so I don't know if you guys can hear me or whatever the case may be. Hold on. Yes. Hello? Oh shit. Can you hear me? Oh my god. It just came out. Oh my goodness. Right, so like, really being sure of yourself, regardless of whatever media, the internet, social media, people in your community, things like that, people saying things that's trying to distract you or trying to get you off of whatever goals and plans that you have for yourself, right? So it's just like a lot of times different outlets play a role in that, but like I said, you are in control of your life. Point blank, period. You are in control of your life. You're in control of how you feeling. You have choices that you have to make. I'm just saying, you got choices that you have to make about your life, right? Like, some people feel like they don't have choices and they just getting along to get along, going by to get along, or just getting by to get along, however that saying is. But you have choices, for real. Like, you really have choices, and you could choose something different at any time for your life. Like, you could choose something different for your life. Okay, you can. You have that power to. Right? Some people feel like they don't, but you do. Okay? But I'm about to get out of here. I don't know, like, this live is kind of like all over the place. I promise you, like, oh my goodness, I don't know, should I keep it up? But anyway, this is day 10 of the 30 days that I got going on, right? So I said to myself, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go live every day for 30 days. I am, right? And I'm trying my best. Like, hopefully I'll be back tomorrow or whatever. But I'm going to give a shout out to everyone that's in the chat right now. Hello, Nature. Hello, Oakley. Hello, Jaden. Hello, Steven. Okay. That's the people I see in the chat that says something. Okay, hello. Yeah, so I just feel like you have to make the initiative to, like, move forward in your life. You gotta push yourself regardless. If you're interested in making changes, then that's what it is. Like, with me, I just I made a decision that I'm gonna work on myself, and I'm also gonna be patient with myself, because I know that I need the patience and I need the time, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna give up on myself regardless. Like, I'm not perfect, so therefore I know there's people out there that's not perfect, so I'm not gonna, like, beat myself up, you know what I'm saying, for things that didn't work out. And you shouldn't beat yourself up for things that didn't work out. You need to push yourself. Like, even if you unsure of yourself, you can always make yourself sure, you know what I'm saying? Number one, right, you could start. How do you start being confident in yourself? How do you start pushing yourself? It's the things that you are telling yourself, right? If you're telling yourself something negative, then perhaps stop it. Start replacing the negativity or the negative things that you say to yourself with positive things to say about yourself, right? So those are things to, you know what I'm saying? You got to start affirming different things, right? So let's talk about this thing called affirmations. Affirmations is very powerful. Some people, they like to say, I don't understand why people do the whole affirmation thing. It's just stupid. It don't make sense. But, like, sometimes you gotta speak positivity out there, right? Because it's a lot of negative stuff, right? So speaking to yourself with the positivity, utilizing affirmations, affirming positivity stuff to yourself, right, can elevate you. So when you're not doing it and you affirming the negative stuff, right, it can like bring you down, right, or make you kind of like think in a way in which I can't move forward. I feel how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot. But before I get off of here, right, I want to invite all of you guys to go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com. On that website, I do have some new sessions, some old sessions, some return sessions back in effect, okay? And it's a summer sale going on, so if you are interested in that or knowing more about that, go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com and then go to like you could see the top on it. I don't even know what it said. Lord, I don't even know what the thing said. Like, that joint is crazy. But like, honestly, you could go to like, booking a session or sessions, or a book with Antoinette, which is me. Hello, right? So you could kind of like book with me, have a different session. There's some new live events that's going to be coming on. I'm going to, maybe, I said it was this week. So maybe this week, I don't know. If not, the next week. But some new stuff is coming up. Last week, we wrapped up Beautiful Transformation, Becoming Better with Time. That's wrapped up. It was for 4 weeks. Very informative, but we got something new coming along, and I want you guys to be a part of it. So go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com and see what's going on. But thank you so much for being a part of this. If you are listening on a replay, thank you so much. And listen, I gotta say one more thing, right? Like, yo, if you are a new subscriber, old subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for being a part of Beautiful Start Podcast YouTube channel. I am so grateful. Like, it's only up from here. You know what I'm saying? Definitely subscribe. There's plenty more to go on. That's coming on, right? But for 30 days, I'm going to be live, and we are on day 10. So thank you for checking.